Kazakhstan is one of the significant players of the world economy and one of the 50 largest exporting countries today. There are 100 world states in our sales geography. There are 820 titles of domestic goods in the range of supplies. The principal share of Kazakhstani exports comes from raw materials, oil, uranium, and wheat. But recently, this tendency is changing. First processing enterprises are opening and already coming out to global markets with prepared products. You will learn in the 4 Export program about where and how the production branded Made in Kazakhstan is produced. Today in the program, South Kazakhstan increases production. From chemistry to biology, Kazakhstani herbal medicinal products are gaining popularity. First domestic toys already on shelves of CIS countries. Beautiful South Shymkent city is the largest in the area and the 3rd in population in Kazakhstan. Furthermore, the city forms the 2nd largest agglomeration in the country. This vibrant region has been a center of trade for a long time, and in recent years it has ramped up production rates. Mild climate, trade and business center atmosphere, and special economic zone make this place very comfortable for business development, in particular in the processing sector. Over the past year, Shymkent manufactured products worth more than 200 billion tenge, which is almost 2% more than last year. The industry is represented by enterprises of non-ferrous metallurgy, mechanical engineering, chemical, oil processing, and food sectors. Shymkent has many large enterprises, well known not only in Kazakhstan but also abroad. Today we'll focus on 2 relatively small businesses that are especially valuable for the development of Kazakhstani economics. One of them manufactures medicine, but not the kind that you are used to getting at the pharmacy. Zerde Phyto Company specializes on plant preparations exclusively made of natural ingredients. South Kazakhstan is famous for its rich flora, and there are many types of useful and rare plants. Zerde Phyto LLP, production of herbal remedies. Volume of production, 10 million units per year. Export share, 12%. Geography of sales, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Russia. In 2018, the company celebrates its 20th anniversary. During this time, the company has proved itself to be as a reliable producer of hundreds of herbal products. We harvest about 1,000 tons of raw materials per year. We have about 120 types of commodities, and we manufacture 270 types of goods from them. There are mainly 2 types of products: weighted goods that are packed in 30, 50, 100 grams, herbal tea in filter bags in 1 gram and 2 grams.
Есть питочайные в фильтр-пакетах по 1 грамму, по 2 грамма.
Another achievement is 100% presence in all parts of Kazakhstan and export markets. In the world, the demand for herbal medicines is increasing every day. Despite the lack of artificial chemical compounds, these products belong to medicamentary range and therefore are subject to strict control at all stages of production.
После того, как мы получили готовую продукцию, мы отправляем в лабораторию.
After we receive the final product, we send it to the lab on the microbiological, physiochemical, and radiological examination, as well as the detection of heavy metals. And we get a certificate of safety, and our products enter the market with it.
Наша продукция идет на рынок.
Input control of commodities is carried out not only by the enterprise itself, but also in the National Center for Expertise of Medicines. Necessary herbs and flowers are brought not only from Kazakhstani mountains and steppes, but also from European countries. Only after results of analysis of the National Center and Organoleptic Control and Production Laboratory, raw commodities enter production.
Начальный этап производства у нас начинается с процесса измельчения и...
The initial stage of production begins with the process of crushing and sieving. Then comes the process of packaging, laminating, coating, and after that the product is sent to finished goods warehouse. At each stage, quality control experts check the quality of raw materials, intermediate and finished goods.
На каждом этапе специалист контроля качества проверяет само качество сырья, само качество полупродукта и готовой продукции.
At all these stages, the company staff has to closely monitor run of automated lines. Machines do everything else by themselves. Therefore, here, they pay special attention to the modernization of equipment.
На участке измельчения, на участке просеивания есть специальные виброситы, которые полностью...
On crushing site, on sieving site, there's a special shale shaker which fully sifts raw material apart, divides it from the dust. Packaging goes on multi-headed dispensers, which is located on the factory portion of the control line. If there's packaging of wrong weight on the line, it is removed.
Если на линии идет фасовка неправильного граммажа, сразу убирается с линии.
This equipment produces packaging with an accuracy of 1/10 of a gram. So for example, herbal tea bags will never have greater or less than necessary. There will be no dust or unnecessary ingredients. This is ensured by HACCP standard on food safety adopted by the enterprise.
Нашу продукцию мы можем его реализовывать не только у себя.
We can sell our goods not only at home but also in countries of customs union and other neighboring states, because by implementing these standards, we became responsible for the safety and quality of products.
За безопасность и качество своей продукции.
Now the company products are supplied to Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Negotiations are underway with Uzbekistani and Russian companies. According to the management, the procedure of entering these countries has been significantly simplified in the last years.
В связи с образованием Евразийского таможенного союза для нас, честно говоря, вот
In connection with the formation of the EEU, documentary and licensing part became much easier for us. Among the countries of the Union, there's harmonization of registration certificates. It means that products that were registered under the requirements of the Eurasian Union can be freely sold in these countries, which are the part of it.
которые входят в союз.
The demand for herbal products is growing in Kazakhstan and in neighboring states. Therefore, the development of production is expected next year. Soon there will be a new production line.
Это цех по экстракции.
This is a set for extraction from plant materials to obtain granules of instant teas. Next year, I think our company will consider such projects as equipment and commissioning of capsule production.
Проекты как оборудование и наладка капсульного производства.
Herbal therapy is one of the oldest medical sciences. Ever since people have learned to use herbs for improvement and maintaining their health, medicine has come a long way, has reached truly impressive heights. But even modern science acknowledges that herbal therapy is one of the safest and effective methods of healing and prevention. So, herbal teas, dietary supplements, and herb repertory will be in demand in the future. From issues of health to entertainment, a whole generation of children of the independent Kazakhstan were playing with imported toys. For the past 5 years, they have the opportunity to build sandcastles with Kazakhstani toy shovels, to arrange children's races on Kazakhstani toy cars. Neighboring countries are already looking to it with great interest and even buying some items for babies, because they benefit from attractive prices on the market. Navruz Plastic LLP. Manufacturer of plastic toys. Volume of production 12,000 units per month. Export share 7%. Geography of sales: Russia, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Azerbaijan. Previously, everyone who was connected with toys in Kazakhstan engaged only in trade. History of a company began several years ago with a small question that probably every businessman asks himself.
Почему другие места производят игрушки? Иран, Китай, Россия, Узбекистан. Почему в Казахстане нет такой?
Why other countries produce toys? Iran, China, Russia, Uzbekistan. Why doesn't Kazakhstan have such production? In 2011, we visited an exhibition in China, studied and met with Chinese colleagues, learned how it's done, whether we may create it, brought test machines and production matrix in 2012.
В 2012 году пробный станок и пробная одна матрица привезли для производства.
They started with a simple toy, small plastic cars that perform simple functions intended for younger children. 5 years, manufacturing is developed. The most important change is the construction of its own plant, which was completed in late 2017. Now the company produces more than 15 kinds of toys, among them designer sets, sandbox tools, and cars. The ladder and step of the times became musical. Next year, first toy cars with motors will descend from the assembly line of the enterprise.
Вот, например, будем брать вот эту игрушечную машинку, да?
For example, this toy car. First of all, we should find out whether a leg of a small kid can reach the floor. Secondly, there's a special device so the car doesn't capsize.
Чтобы машина не опрокинулся.
In the early years, On-Market Company was faced with the mistrust of consumers because earlier nobody manufactured toys in Kazakhstan on an industrial scale. But doubts gradually changed to attachment. It turned out that Kazakhstani plastic toys are not inferior in quality and longevity to large world manufacturers, and are much cheaper. It's all because at the top there was always quality. Consumers have started noticing that toys don't have a scent. That's because we thoroughly review the paint which we use in manufacturing. It gets tested for toxins, its quality is verified by relevant certificates. Such materials does not wash out and doesn't get digested if babies take toys in their mouths. Company also attached great importance to safety of using toys that consist of large parts so that the child couldn't chew them. Any sharp corners and edges are thoroughly checked by employees of the enterprise after the product rolls off the line. Half of the work is done manually. We are preparing the raw materials, adding the needed coloring, and selecting the necessary form. Then we put in our equipment reel, granules of polyethylene melt at the temperature of 200 to 250 degrees. After cooling, ready details emerge, but we always check each of them and remove extra parts. In addition, toys are really tested for durability. For example, machines should withstand the weight of 20 to 25 kilograms to ensure that they will not break under the weight of the child and will not cause him any harm. Toys were to Kazakhstani children's and their parents' taste. After some time, other countries had become interested as well. Russia became a regular exporting destination, while trial batches already are sent to Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Now we're exporting toys to Russia, mainly its toy cars and sandbox tools. Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Azerbaijan address proposals for suppliers. They are attracted by prices of our goods. Now we're preparing documents for export. We hope to establish permanent supplies.
Мы раньше работали с российским сырьем, с российским производителем.
We used to work with Russian commodity materials, with Russian producers of polypropylene and polyethylene. Currently, Pavlodar has started producing raw materials and we are using it. It's a very good, high quality, and most importantly, sustainable material. An expansion of geography of sales is anticipated in 2018. Countries in which trial batches of toys went to, after signing all necessary documents, will become regular customers of Kazakhstani products. It means that it's time to think about range expansion. When we'll reach an agreement with China next year, we want to issue pushing cars. It's a quad bike, it's not just a toy car. Now we will manufacture usual ones and then with a motor. Such changes would entail new jobs. Until then, the company employs 14 specialists which produce up to 12,000 toys per month. In summer months, shovels and buckets are more popular. Cars and designer sets are common in the colder seasons. But in general, the interest in toys is not diminished because every year, the target audience of toy makers is replenished with new generations of children.